It was a truth universally acknowledged that a young man in possession of a noble title must be in want of an evening free from social obligation. Such were the thoughts of Lord Henry Pembroke as he escorted his mother, Lady Pembroke, to the concert at the Markham estate. "I do not see why I must accompany you," he murmured as they stepped from the carriage. "Surely you have companions enough who would gladly attend such an event." "Indeed," his mother replied, "but none of them have a birthday today, nor do they possess a son whose charm is wasted on solitude." Henry sighed, resigned to his fate. The evening promised music and society, two things he rarely sought but could not now avoid. Inside the salon, refreshments were being served. Henry, seeking any diversion before the concert began, lingered by the punch table. It was there he first saw her, a young woman with strikingly kind eyes, delicate features, and an air of ease that stood apart from the flurry of social chatter around her. "Would you care for a glass?" he asked, gesturing to the punch. She turned, regarding him with a smile. "I find it difficult to refuse punch. Much like myself with avoiding concerts," he said, with mock solemnity. "I confess I am here entirely under duress." She raised a brow. "You do not enjoy music, my lord?" "Not in the least," he replied. "I fear I have no ear for it. My mother, however, is quite determined I cultivate one." The woman laughed, a genuine, melodic sound. "You are in for quite the surprise, I think." "Oh?" Henry leaned in, intrigued. "Will there be a performing bear? Something even more marvelous, I should think. Now you have set my curiosity alight. What marvel do you know of?" She merely smiled, and, with a polite curtsy, excused herself as the call to be seated was made. Henry was left bemused and oddly captivated. The audience settled, and the evening's performance was announced. Henry only half listened until the name of the evening's solo pianist was spoken. "Miss Eleanor Hartwell." His head snapped up. The woman from the punch table, the one who had teased him, laughed with him, now crossed the stage with grace and purpose. She sat before the pianoforte, and as her fingers met the keys, the room transformed. Henry could not breathe. The music was transcendent, and the woman who did not warn him of her talent was at its heart. When the concert concluded and the audience erupted in applause, Henry wasted no time. He made his way to the green room and, upon finding her, declared without preamble, "You have done me a great disservice." Eleanor looked startled. "I beg your pardon?" "You have utterly changed me," he said, half laughing, half breathless. "I did not care for music. Now I am helplessly in love with it. And with you, I suspect." Eleanor blinked, color rising in her cheeks. "That is a rather dramatic declaration, my lord." "I cannot help it," he said, taking her hand. "You did not warn me." She smiled. "Would you have believed me if I had?" "Never," he admitted. "And yet now, I am forever grateful for the surprise."